Welcome to our office. I'm Jian Xiang, and
I am Yin Jiang.
we both partners of our office. I think we started the office in a quite a personal way in the beginning, around 2006 to 2006 and 2007, because at that moment we don't think there isn't any independent architect office in Guangzhou yet. Although there is already some, like in Beijing, Shanghai, but in Guangzhou, in the south, I think it's really nothing at that moment. But I think at that moment we are thinking about a little bit to escape, because the rapid development, the housing, the real estate, anything is developed by developers. Everything is like what we have seen here outside the city. So because we both studied in Europe, so we returned and worked a little bit in large firms, and then we decided to start from scratch, actually, because nothing exists, no tradition of independent architects, no technical workers available to build up some special things. So everything is that's why we make our name O, zero, so from scratch, from O.
That
Okay.
means O.
Yeah.
We start from zero.
Yeah.
But actually, I think for that moment, we really have a strong intention to do something different from what we see. That's why we would like to become independent.
I think a very good example for this question is our silo office already, because we always try to look at our neighbor on the other side of the river. So many cute apartments stacking to, so everything is standardized, everything is organized in a very broad way. I mean, but if people or in the city can always work and live, combine working and live in such unit space, I think to try to maybe sometimes make use of the post-industry space, sometimes make use of our special climate to create more outdoor public space, like the project we show here in the model. That's also a reconversion project for two warehouses space. But we try to create different layers of outdoor public space. That's our climate, and also this is our tradition. I think by this way, we always try to resist from the standard development, standardization development of the city, and also the generic part. So we understand we cannot do all of that, but at least this is the hint, or this is some kind of inspired position or location that people can visit, can look at. And I think not only for the people who are really using the place, but also for the people maybe they're looking at that, maybe there should be another way of living and working. That's already, I think, it will change. At this moment, I think, especially in local Pearl River Delta area, because everybody already, to us, it seems like everybody already been washed to always thinking in rapid development, repetition, copying things. But there should be another way you work and live, and then it will how to say add really extra value to your life. I think not for quantity, not for money, but really for the exact human experience. I mean,
Actually, in my way, it's quite simple. Since our office is really, how to say, most of our practice are focused on Pearl River Delta, and here you can feel. I mean, here in our cities, you feel the pressure from development, the pressure from economic, it's really, how to say, strong, and even become stronger
Very
and
powerful,
stronger.
the development
Yes.
engine.
Yes, everybody here become more and more nervous to become better and
Richer.
better. Of course, richer, better and better. That means, for me, the risk is it become kind of only the only one standard to judge.
One criteria, only the single criteria to judge your success or not.
That's why we would like to use our design or our project to tell something different, to tell the different story that look, another things different also have kind of
To
a
create
value.
or remain the diversity of the city. Yeah, that's
Other kind of small things or different things from the main city or the main social development have his own value. This is really we would like to tell from our project.
I think for us in the city, we are more regarded as a kind of nomad office in the city because, as I already mentioned, in 2007, we worked in a smaller post-industrial space in Tanher district, actually most quite near to the CBD, new CBD at the moment. But after years of development, that area becoming very popular to large firms and large design institutes. They all moved in that industrial zone, so it become very crowded. And then we choose to escape the gap from the new CBD area back to this area more close to the old downtown. This is a very old beer factory in the city, the first beer factory in the city. So, of course, we are always attracted by this really gigantic structure, post-industrial structure. So we did actually already 2 projects for this silo reconversion project. So I don't know why not we ourselves to move in such a interesting, I think, like space like that. And to me, the silo is monumental, but the top floor is so lovely. You have a kind of outdoor terrace space and everything organized in this street. So it's just we just attracted by this unique space and also the environment close to old downtown, because at that moment we already thought about to relate the modern process into how to relate this to into our tradition, city's tradition. We have 2,000 years of history for the city, but we won't see why and how we can retrieve this kind of connection between the modern process and the tradition.
Actually, it's true. I still remember when I come back on Guangzhou, and suddenly I discovered that Guangzhou is a city with 2,000 years history, but you can even now feel it. And every day we make a project for hundreds, thousands square meters, million square meters, and the city disappear even more quickly. That's why we think maybe we should do something to do some renovation project. Now the industry renovation project become more and more popular. But at that moment, we are really the first generation to do that. And of course, at the same time, it gave us really a space. I mean, the design space. For that moment, it's not easy for the young people to find interesting work. But this kind of, the renovation project, you can really feel the history, no matter it's it's how strong, but you feel the choice of and the layers of the cities. That's why we think it's really really our how to say we should do that. And then we found we should also move our working place for those from those normal space to something really different.
Maybe that's the kind of status that we always look for. That we architect, I think, or design profession should combine living and working. It's not just office work. It's kind of way of living in the city. You observe and you make and you try to realize something that may be also related to later question about how you perceive the architecture to change the city they life. Because I was born in this area, not exactly in Guangzhou, but it's Cantonese speaking area. So I speak Cantonese also, but the Pearl Delta area is the first rapid developing area in the country because it's the frontier of so-called reform policy, developing policy, make use of the capitalist system in this area. But of course, this region has the tradition of trading with all over the world in the beginning. That's why these two traditions combined, getting the result in the booming of the city development. Approaching a project, I think especially in the urban condition I already described before, everything is clean now, and everything is everything built up from scratch. So I think the most important thing for all office is to still find a mostly hidden hint or hidden connection from the we see empty land and open planning system with the local geography or any kind of on-site tradition. That's the most important thing. We try to find the hidden link between that. Otherwise, I don't think I can really we don't think we are so skillful or so to design something from zero. It's not from we call it old office, but we cannot work on something really from zero. We just to try to find a hint, try to find a link. That kind of reasoning is not the market always asking the market's demand, the client's demand, or the really economic demand, but we try to combine this demand with our own agenda. At least I think that's important, especially on the site, because normally we have empty site. Even for renovation project, we normally confronting a very new building, 10 years old or 20 years old. So there is lack of tradition, lack of history. But how can you make use of this maybe very short-term relics to still try to educate people to be curious about our old stuff, old history, tradition. That's what we are really trying to approach in the beginning in our project.
But our mission is not only to make apartment, at least for us. We really want to, find something really behind the site. Before, actually, it's a village, but after the urban development, it become really kind of a result of a political or design policy. You see, it's very interesting urban situation. That means it's the result not only from the city, and you can also find the village at the same time the cities, and at the same time the people go inside.